All right, the Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Fantastic Four.
The newest MCU film. This one directed by Matt Shakman, who previously was the man behind WandaVision. But before that, he was like one of the main like guys behind It's Always Sunny, which is very funny to me because every time I've like, when I was rewatching It's Always Sunny recently, there'd be a bunch of episodes where it's directed by Matt Shakman. I'm like, oh, he's doing Fantastic Four now. But he also did a lot of Fargo, Game of Thrones, mostly a TV guy before this. I'm not sure if he had done any feature-length movies, but a lot of high-profile stuff.
So he's getting thrown into the MCU
there he is.
machine.
I mean, he's on WandaVision. He had proved himself there. Pretty well-directed series there. The direction, I don't think, was the issue with that at all.
Overall impressions of this new team in the MCU, highly anticipated, going to be at the forefront of this next phase.
Yes.
Of Marvel.
Is this the start of? Yeah, this is the start of Phase 6.
I don't know if it's the start of the whatever, but I just know they're going to be important in the upcoming Avengers.
Yeah, first film in Phase 6. The phases don't mean anything anymore.
No.
Yeah,
we're in the waning crescent of the MCU right now.
Yes.
Ares is in orbit with Mars.
Okay.
Those are the same. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. Those are the same. Yeah, I thought it was good. I liked it. I had a good time.
There we go. That's our now on display. No,
yeah. What'd you think?
I liked it. Yeah. I really liked this retro futurism production design. I think they nailed it. I really liked
it's easily the best Fantastic Four movie also. Like not even close, I don't think. Granted, I have not seen the Roger Corman 90s one that was never officially released, but you can find on the internet.
Yeah.
Apparently that one is a lot of fun, but yeah, the 2001's not very good. 2015 one is just really bad. It is pretty horrible.
Yeah, no, I liked the whole retro futurism vibe of it, where it's 1960s, but it's not. It's like modern day,
basically modern day. But I mean, like the whole idea is that technology just evolved differently. Because I mean, like you have certain things that feel older. Like I mean, like their computers and stuff don't have as high resolution screens or anything like that. But then you also have flying cars, right? That kind of stuff. So technology just evolved differently.
I think they established this world pretty quickly, pretty effectively. I think they established the team really effectively. And how I like how everybody loves them. They're like they're the squad,
Yeah, it's I think that's pretty accurate to even just like normal Marvel Universe Fantastic Four in the comics is they're always kind of treated like celebrities. Yeah. So and that's kind of an aspect to their characters. So yeah, in this I like how they are just adored. I mean, usually in the MCU, there's some political like issues with them existing or whatever. Some people hate them, some people like them. I don't know. There's always, and you don't always see like the public's reaction to things either. So it's kind of nice that that's an aspect of this.
Yeah. One of the things that I felt like a disconnect for me in Superman is like they start and he's already going through the ringer. Like people start to not like him. People, like. And we didn't get to see him being beloved, being the guy, and also he's in a whole universe or whole world of metahumans and stuff. Whereas in this movie, and this just worked better for me. It like they're the squad, they're the team. This universe, this world doesn't know about what is this Earth 828 or something like that.
828 sounds right.
Something like that. I'm
828, yeah.
Oh wow, I can't believe I got that. But they're the squad that everybody loves.
Oh, it is 1960. It says here in 1960.
Okay. Well, that's when they go on the mission or whatever.
So a few years after that.
But yeah, so they've been a team already, but you do get to see them beloved. You get to see them in action. They're having good times, before your inciting incident, which I just enjoyed seeing them. And I think
they fight a monkey.
Yeah, they've had a monkey.
John Malkovich's monkey, who was cut out of this movie.
Yeah. I do like how they established the chemistry of these actors. I think everybody was really well cast.
Yeah.
In particular, I really liked Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
I have
thought he was really good.
burned out on Pedro Pascal yet.
No, I think he's a very good because Reed Richards is a character that it's really easy to make a jerk because he is maybe, I don't know if he is officially the smartest person in like the Marvel universe, but he's up there, if not the smartest person. And he's not really an emotional character. So like a lot of times, like the more personal relationships on his team or between other characters kind of falls by the wayside for him. But here, I think they did a really nice balance that fit this universe of him being still kind of like distant in a way, like not being able to really understand emotional connections on a super deep level, but not being unlikable about it.
Yeah.
It was just like he's very smart, but kind of street dumb in some ways, very book smart, kind of street dumb.
But not like overly, not overly that way.
No, not overly.
He seemed like a person. I was really intrigued by his character. I'm excited. Apparently, he's going to be like the new leader of the heroes now, potentially in the MCU, which I think that would be really cool. His relationship with Sue Storm, played by Vanessa Kirby, I thought she was terrific.
She was really good.
Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch. Johnny Storm was really good. And then you have what's his name?
Eben Moss Backrack. I don't know if that's how you say it.
Something like that.
The guy from The Bear.
The guy from The Bear and like 1 or 2 episodes of Andor.
Yes.
He's great as was Ben Grimm, the Thing.
The Thing.
Yes. Which they don't call him the Thing, right? And they also don't call him the Human Torch, right?
I definitely don't remember them calling him the Human Torch. I don't know if they call him the Thing at all.
I even like how everybody loves the Thing too. Yeah. You know, I think in the other one, wasn't it like in one of the 2000s ones? They're like,
they all think he's kind of a freak. Yeah. No, yeah, everyone loves the Thing.
The kids want him to lift the car and all that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
But he still has that like self, he's like, he's very self-conscious about how he appears, but it's mainly just like him, whereas everybody else like loves him. I
would say for me, I love his performance and everything and a lot of what they do with him. I do think he's probably the character that could have used more to do in general. I think
he has this one little side subplot thing that doesn't feel like it was fully baked, or some of it was left on the cutting room floor.
There's a lot of stuff that was cut from this movie, apparently. So, and for whatever reason, I don't know if that was just to keep it under 2 hours or what, but it definitely feels like that was some of it.
It's a very fast-paced movie.
It is.
It's not dull for a moment.
But yeah, I just feel like I like a lot of his action moments. I like his interactions with the family and everything, but I feel like he himself could have had a bit more of an arc there, because I feel like that the self-image is a big part of his character, and it is here a little bit, but even then I feel like you can kind of do a bit more of a balance between what they did in the old ones versus this one, because in that one, it is just everyone's really mean to him about how he looks, and he hates how he looks, and it's very mean-spirited. Michael Chiklis, very good in those movies, is the thing. But yeah, and then in this one, it's just not, it's only kind of there. It's not there fully. I feel like there could have been a little bit more, at least introspection on his part.
It is hard to focus on your appearance when the fate of your entire world is at stake too.
Very true.
Yeah. You have what's his Ralph Ineson?
Yeah, Ralph Ineson as Galactus.
In this, I think he's good in that role as well. He doesn't have a ton to do. But I think
he's about like what I was expecting, because Galactus is just kind of exactly what he is in this movie. He's just a big guy. I mean, not really malevolent force. He's just like a big cosmic force that, I mean, obviously, he wants to eat planets, and if he wants to eat the Earth, that comes in, the Fantastic Four has to stop and all of that. But he's not really doing it out of malice or anything.
Yeah, and then you also have the Silver Surfer in here, who's good. I don't have any attachment to any of these characters, really.
Played by Julia Garner, hot off of Wolfman.
Yeah, that's right.
And she'll be the main character in Weapons.
Yes, which I didn't even know, because I haven't watched any of the trailers.
No.
And I was like, what else is she in? And Emily's like, she was in the Weapons trailer. I'm like, oh, I haven't watched it. And then I was like, oh, she's in Wolfman, huh?
Yeah.
That's too bad. No, I really liked all the characters in this. I think that was the part they needed to knock out of the park, and they did. But I will have a caveat. I have no attachment to the Fantastic Four whatsoever. But I did find myself liking all these characters. I think Grimm and Johnny Storm had a great dynamic between them.
Yeah.
Funny dynamic, which Thought was very natural.
Yeah, it was their dynamic. I feel like sometimes can come across as overly antagonistic with each other, depending, especially from Johnny to Ben. But I feel like they did a nice balance here. It was a lot more playful than usual. So,
man, I loved their apartment though, their condo.
Oh yeah,
gosh, their penthouse thing at the top
their
of
tower.
the Fantastic Four tower.
I can't remember what their tower's name is.
Fantastic Four Tower. Isn't it like the Future Foundation or something?
Well, Future Foundation is their
building?
like that's like their organization that they do stuff through, and that like they do inventions through. But God, their tower has a name. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, that doesn't really matter.
They got a cool car.
The Fantastic car.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff. Again, the production design, pat on the back. Everybody all around, really good. Michael Giacchino's score has been stuck in my head incessantly since then.
It's quite good.
Very, very fun.
I think it is interesting that both this and Superman come out around the same time, because I think both are not only like kind of creative reboots for their respective franchises in some regard, but also they have to like, they're like about these big, like major comic book characters that are really important that audiences just don't care about because other adaptations have been bad.
Yeah.
So I think both movies are going to do a very good job of winning people over.
Yeah. This movie accomplished the goal of now I'm more excited about the MCU again.
Yeah,
and then I go read about how they don't even have the third act of Doomsday.
Yeah, it's no finished script. Well, the Mystique actress came out and was like, "Yeah, we don't even have a finished script yet," or something.
Yikes.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, between this and Thunderbolts, it's been a pretty solid. I mean, forget Captain America.
If you just cross out Captain America,
we know that was early in the year. Maybe we can pretend that was last year.
You do like April on or whatever it was.
A couple good MCU movies this year. 2 out of 3 is not bad.
Yeah. Hey, it's good in baseball. That's real good. We'll take it. Lots of good stuff. I thought some of the stuff with the plot was maybe a little silly for me. I thought there were a few jokes that didn't land or felt off to me tonally. Not necessarily out of character, but just didn't fit the moment, like took me out of the moment.
Sure.
In like the typical MCU style, but most of it worked pretty well. Again, the main thing was I got attached to these characters. And I had fun, and the movie was never boring.
And even just the CG in general, I think looks pretty good throughout this movie.
There's one shot in particular that stood out very not good to me.
I wonder if we're thinking of the same thing.
I don't know, but there was one thing that I was like, "Whoa, that was not good. That did not look real."
I'm curious what you're thinking of.
At a very important part of the movie, I liked it overall. I had a lot of fun. Anything else you want to say, Holden, before you give your rating and we dive into the spoilers?
Yeah, not really. I don't think I have anything else. Quite liked it. Thought it was very good. I think I'm at a 7.5 on this. I liked it a lot. I liked Superman a little more.
Yeah, fair.
But they're both good. They're both good July superhero movies.
Yeah, good stuff. Both better than Jurassic World reboot.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Even though they're going to be outboxed by that movie.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, actually, how is that movie doing anymore? I feel like that movie's not doing as well as it like the previous one was. I'm curious.
All right. Well, while Holden
721. Okay, it is doing
721.5 million buckaroos USD.
All right.
All right. Well, we are going to dive into our spoiler-filled discussion. If you haven't seen the movie yet, click away, use the time codes, jump to our next segment. Otherwise, spoilers starting right after this.
All right, spoilers for the Fantastic Four First Steps. What was the shot that stood out to you as bad? I'm curious.
Okay. When at the end, Sue Storm is dead, and he puts the baby on her chest. Like that baby is floating. Yeah. Like it does not match his arms. There are some very CGI babies in this.
That's what I'm thinking too. But people, they could be lying, but I think Vanessa Kirby said that the baby is not CG in this.
Well, no, there's parts of this movie that the baby's not CG.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a real baby in parts of this movie, but there are a couple shots that when he puts the Franklin on her dead corpse, that is not a real baby.
I don't understand why it's not too.
I noticed it. My sister-in-law, I brought it up after me. I was like, wow, that was a fake looking baby. And she said, yeah, when he puts it on her chest. Like she noticed the exact same shot that I did. So
if I rewatch it, I'll have to try to look for it.
Yeah, I can't wait to just pull that one up on Disney Plus.
It's
unless maybe they fix it.
The CG baby in general just does not look very good. I don't know exactly. Sometimes it was like kind of hard to tell if it was a what was CG with the baby? I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I don't know. Regardless, when it was CG, it looked.
Well, I thought it was just like, okay, this is a real baby, and now it's a CG baby, and now it's it wasn't like what was American Sniper, where it's like just clearly a doll. I believe that's the movie I'm thinking of. There's a scene where it's like, that is not a real baby. Oh my goodness. But I think everything else looks really good. I think the Silver Surfer effects look good. Johnny Storm looked good. Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm's powers looked really cool, I thought.
Yeah.
Emily thought she didn't like them. She's like, I thought her powers looked bad.
Okay. Oh, I thought it looked cool.
No, I did too.
It was playing a lot more into her, I think, more expanded kind of roster of powers, where her powers aren't just invisibility and force fields. It's more so like manipulating light too, which obviously those powers are part of her moveset and everything, but there's a bit more to her now, and I think that's kind of how she is more in like modern comics.
Yeah, I saw people, saying Mr. Fantastic, his powers weren't used that much, but for me, watching this movie, I was like, well, his intelligence seems like
that's his real superpower.
His real superpower.
I mean, yeah, it's I was thinking,
Bruce Wayne is really Batman's mask.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that sentiment. I would have liked to see it a bit more, especially since I thought when they did use it, it looked pretty good. Like, it's probably the best, like, stretchy powers have looked in a movie. I was kind of surprised. But yeah, I mean, it is ultimately his brain is his superpower.
Yeah.
So.
I enjoyed him coming up with things. I love the whole, like, we're going to take Bikini Bottom and push it.
I was thinking that too.
Else.
Yeah.
With the teleporting the Earth. I thought that was fun. Everybody worked together. I was going to say, so I'm not familiar with comic books. I'm like, what the heck is this Latveria thing that's not paying off?
That's Dr. Doom.
Okay, Dr. Doom. I heard about that afterward. But the whole movie, I'm like, I was waiting for Latveria to not build their thing or whatever, so it couldn't connect. And then, I love it. Plan B. It was almost Godzilla -1 in that regard. Like, all right, here's our first plan. That didn't work. Here's our second plan. And they have to adapt on the fly here. The old switcheroo with the baby.
That was good. Like that. Just burn his eyes.
Yeah, momentarily.
In general, the final battle was pretty good. I liked Galactus getting out of his ship and looking at the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, just giving the stank eye to the Statue of Liberty.
Kind of funny.
I like how he touches grass. He just
smells.
Yeah, take time to smell the roses.
I don't know. I mean, I liked how this movie explained Galactus eating the planets.
So did he want? Okay. They didn't really explain why he needs to do that in this movie. Like, they explained in Eternals why they need to do it. Is Galactus one of those things? Is he an Eternal thing?
He is a Celestial, yes, Celestial. I think, technically. I think he's technically of like that same race.
Wait, would he like start eating it? He's like, whoa, there's one of these things in there. Maybe they don't have that.
Yeah, it might be an alternate universe. Doesn't have the Celestial in it. Why
does he need to eat the planets?
It's just like a cosmic force thing. I don't think there's like no motivation behind it. I don't necessarily know. I think it's just like the universe is made, but it can also destroy type thing. Okay. I don't know.
All right. I feel like I needed something there. I needed to know why the Silver Surfer picked Earth too. They just did I miss something? Or I felt like they never explained.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I know there are reasons in other media why the Silver Surfer picks Earth, but I don't remember exactly why. They don't really explain it.
Just a couple things. But yeah, no.
But I did like how they interpreted Galactus eating the planets, because I feel like he's always just a big guy like that, and sometimes he's like cosmically big, and so you could understand how he could eat a planet, but usually he's more like this size, and you're like, well, why is he going to eat a planet like this? Well, it's his ship does it,
with
and then
a
it
fork
pumps it
and a
into
knife.
him. Yeah, his ship pumps it into him.
You know, like if he starts choking, game over. You can't do the Heimlich on that guy.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked how a lot of the characters too had things to do outside of their like superpowers. You know, Reed Richards is inventing all this new technology,
While also trying to, keep Richard safe, or analyze who Richard is. And
analyze
everything.
Franklin.
Or not Richard.
Yeah, trying to figure out Franklin, is he going to be okay? I like how Sue just doing like the little
invisibility on her stomach.
On her stomach, yeah.
That was nice. I like that.
The ultrasound, right? He's like, that's cheating. That's a total BS way to win an argument. Or whatever he says.
Yeah, that was good.
You have Johnny Storm figuring out the whole language thing.
Liked that a lot. That was a nice,
Yeah.
it was a nice subversion where he didn't get angry at like Reed or anything. Because it was kind of like, it felt like through a lot of the movie, he was like they were dismissing him and everything, and it was maybe going to come to like an annoying head where it's like, oh, you guys don't listen to me, I'm leaving, or whatever.
I'm Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works.
But no, it's just like he proves himself, and they're all like, oh yeah, nice job, Johnny.
I do enjoy a good team up movie where the characters actually get along.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes there's just contrived conflict between characters. That's a big pet peeve of mine watching a movie.
Yeah.
Like on paper, I get it. You need conflict, but also I just want to see them have fun and solve problems together.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be easy, but they don't have to be like have the worst time of their lives as they do this and hate each other till at the end of the movie and they forgive each other. But so I enjoyed that. I enjoyed how it was a little bit lighter. There was a levity to this movie despite the impending doom, literally, but impending Galactus, I guess.
Yeah.
So I also like how it start like you have the glory days, and then boom, like here we go, Galactus, he's here. We got to go get him. We go the whole mission. That was really exciting.
That whole like second act action sequence is so good.
Yeah,
I keep thinking about that. I just like from the moment they like piss Galactus off, their escape on the ship, flying through like
using
light
the
speed.
Yeah, the black hole to like get time relativity to get a little bit head start.
The whole thing, all while it's a classic Sue's giving birth.
Yeah.
Classic two things going on that are very stressful. I thought that was all incredible. Very, very good. I like how Galactus just made her start giving birth.
Yeah.
Like just induced
Give
labor.
me the baby.
Yeah.
No.
That was all good. Yeah, and I did like them actually showing the things like piloting skills too, because that's not. I feel like the other movies never do that. I'm trying to like, because that's like his thing. That's like that's why he was on the mission, like even originally.
Yeah,
I don't think they ever show that in the other
liked
movies.
how they had the footage of the mission too.
Yeah, that was fun.
Their ship is cool looking. Yeah, and yet Silver Surfer tries to take the baby out of her. That was kind of crazy. I thought the light speed or faster than light speed travel looks really cool. Unique.
I liked them trying to fire at the Silver Surfer, but it keeps like twisting the shots and everything.
Really fun stuff. Yeah. It was like they watched Interstellar before they wrote this script. They're like, okay, the light's gonna bend at this speed, and then you can use this and slingshot here, but the time relativity and. Yeah, it felt like Reed Richards was actually a smart individual trying to problem solve.
Yeah.
And then he goes home and he just tells everybody that, oh, we could save you all if we gave up our son, but don't worry, we're obviously not going to do that.
Yeah.
I thought, okay.
That was kind of a dumb move.
I get he's not street smart, but you're telling me that they didn't have 10 minutes to be like, okay, what are we going to tell everybody when we get back?
Yeah.
And I get it. You just had a kid. And so I can like logically suspend my disbelief a little bit for that. But that felt like an incredibly eye-rolling, stupid thing to do. And like, how can you be so oblivious? And someone on the team had to think about that.
You would think,
and I don't think it's like necessary to have that moment. I think they could have been like, okay, well, obviously we can't tell everybody that we could save this world if we just gave up our son, because, you know, at some point there has to be a math equation, like, you know, 8-9 billion people or one person, you know, like, so maybe it's like, okay, maybe, you know, we're not considering this seriously ourselves, but we need to have some sort of, I think it's just more interesting that they lied to everybody.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, this is like the 1960s. People trust the government still. And like, you know, everybody's like, oh yeah, they lie about it. And then somebody figures it out. That's a lot more, I think, compelling than, oh, I'm just going to do something stupid and now everybody hates us. But don't worry, Sue Storm will just walk out there and not get attacked for some reason. And
that could be,
just give like a really cheesy speech. And then everybody just is on their side now.
That was the other aspect of it.
That was my big kind of qualm of how they handled that whole situation.
Yeah, that other aspect of it, of her speech, where just everyone's suddenly okay with banding together very quickly, spending a bunch of resources and on this project they don't know is going to work. I don't know. I didn't really buy that. But yeah, I mean, there you go. That would give you have someone figure that out and turn against them. That would give Mole Man something to do.
Yeah. The Underminer. All right. Is Mole Man a thing from the comics?
Yeah, he's like their first villain.
Okay, so the Underminer is ripped off from that for the Incredibles.
Yeah.
Which is ripped off of the Fantastic Four. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Mole Man, also a character that
Hans Mole Man. I was saying Boo Earns.
That's another character that seemingly was left a lot on the cutting room floor, I would think.
Yeah. I kept waiting. I'm like, Chekhov's Mole Man. When is he going to get back in here?
Yeah.
He did. He brought everybody underground very quickly. Like, you're telling me that nobody stayed in their house?
Yeah.
Well, maybe 1960. They're trusted. Well, I mean, 2025 in our world. You could say
that about Superman, too. Like, everyone evacuates Metropolis.
Yeah. No, I did think about Superman.
I think that just is a thing in all of them. But
yeah. No. I mean, that was my biggest stripes. My other nitpicky thing is I felt like when that whole stuff was happening, they're on their way back, or they understand that Galactus is legitimately a threat that can destroy their planet. They've just witnessed it. All this crazy stuff has gone down or is about to go down. And I get Johnny Storm as a jokester, but I feel like if you I think it's one thing to crack a joke of like, I'm coping with it. Like, he seems like a character that would cope with this dire situation with humor. But the way it was written or the way it was delivered, I didn't feel like that was why he was making the joke. To me, it felt like, oh, it's another Tuesday. I'm Johnny Storm and I'm going to make this joke. I didn't feel that sense of like exasperation or dread undertones of that. And I just felt like that disconnected me from what was going on in the movie. And it just brought me out of it thinking, I don't feel like you'd be cracking that joke the way that was said. Not necessarily like the joke itself, but like if you just tweaked the way you integrated it into it, would have felt more believable. Like, like, shoot, like, hey, it could be worse. He could be huge or something, or, way more powerful. I don't know. Obviously, it's going to be funnier than that. But yeah. Something like more sarcastic, I think. I don't know. Did that sense ring up for you at all?
I don't really remember any of that personally, but I don't know. I did watch this after a very busy weekend.
I was going to say,
I'm having a hard. I like a lot of the smaller
when he's
details.
Like, the surfboard isn't attached to her body.
Oh, that's what it was.
Like that was one of the. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that's a not in the moment thing, but like maybe at the end of the whole thing, you're like, well, at least we found out that her surfboard's not attached to her body or something like that.
Yeah, sure. Better placement for it.
Yeah. I don't know. Nitpicky. Not everybody's going to agree with me. That's how I felt.
That's totally fair.
I liked their little robot thing.
Yeah, Herbie.
Very.
I think that's.
I like how you take out the tape and just put it in a different tape.
that was cute. I liked that a lot.
Little Baymax thing. Switch out. modes.
No, Herbie was cute. I thought he was very fun. I liked how he
The
was
scene where he's like entertaining Franklin as Galactus is coming.
Well, I also liked how like at the beginning of the movie, like when they're like getting ready for the baby, he's just doing all the work.
Yeah.
Like it's just like constantly being shown and everyone's like messing up what he's doing on accident. And yeah, it was just,
that was
just
funny.
Fun.
Yeah, that was good. Good sequence.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one thing I do want to talk about is very surprised the world did not end.
Yeah.
We were like probably would have bet money on that happening going into this movie, considering Fantastic Four are somehow going to show up, presumably.
And we don't know how he showed up at the end of Thunderbolts still.
Yeah, no.
Or who's on it or what.
Yeah, just might not be them specifically.
Maybe it's Doctor Doom stole their ship.
Maybe. But yeah, it's we don't know exactly what's happening. You know, our predictions were untrue, so that's interesting at least. That's not. I mean, granted, I do still think. I don't know. I'm of two minds. I think like having the world end, Galactus win, and everything, and them having to escape would be probably a more interesting ending. But also,
like, oh shoot, maybe we should have go with the kid.
Yeah.
Then they have to live with that.
But at the same time, it's like, well, you leave this world, then you can potentially have more Fantastic Four adventures in this fun world in the future. So, you know, is what it is.
Yeah. The post-credit scene, Holden. Doctor Doom. It's 4 years later.
But you don't see his face.
You don't see his face. I kind of a wild theory that I don't think it's going to be true, but I'm just throwing it out there.
Let me hear it.
What if Robert Downey Jr. is not Doctor Doom, and that is just a blatant lie to our face to get us off track, off the scent of an actual reveal?
Okay.
Because I feel like, why would you give that if it actually is like him being like them thinking it's Tony Stark and it's actually Doctor. If that's actually a real plot point of Doomsday, why would they tell us that now?
Yeah.
Marvel is known to just blatantly lie about things for the sake of keeping spoiler free. I think that they may like. Here's my wild theories that they are just going to get another Iron Man, and then is there a thing where Captain America or something? Like, what if it's Chris Evans or something? It's actually Doctor Doom or something. Like that.
Sure. Well, I feel like they said maybe Chris Evans was going to be back, but he's not, or something. I don't know, but maybe he is.
Yeah, and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire weren't going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home. So, or maybe it's Professor X or something. You know, that's just my theory. I'm just throwing it out there. It's probably not true.
That would be
now
crazy.
We can
I hadn't even considered that. Well, it's like, I mean, here in the Wikipedia page it says his face is not seen, but Vanessa Kirby confirmed that Downey filmed the scene during production of the film Avengers Doomsday. But I mean, maybe not, because we don't see him. It is weird that you don't see him. Like, why would, like, if it was Robert Downey Jr., why would you not see his face? Why would they not show him off?
That's what I want to know.
I don't know, because you're gonna have. I mean, a lot of people know that Robert Downey Jr. is supposed to be coming back, but you have a lot of just normal people that don't know that.
It's gonna be really lame if that's just what it is.
Yeah,
like if it's supposed to be a big reveal in the movie and they just spoiled it years beforehand. That would be really dumb and disappointing.
If that is the case, I feel like I'm still holding out hope that there is an interesting direction to take with Robert Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom, but we'll see. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe he disguises himself as Tony Stark to gain their trust or something.
Maybe, yeah.
And he's actually played by someone else. But it's like, well, he's
played by Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is playing him because it's his disguise or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, that's the Fantastic Four first steps.
I guess real quick I should mention, because we didn't really talk about the baby at all. The baby itself.
Franklin. Magical powers brought her back to life. That is dumb.
It is dumb. I mean, it is something he can do.
Now it's just gonna be, well, why didn't Franklin Richards just bring her back to life?
Yeah, they're gonna have to. That's a tough thing. I don't know how they do it in the comics, but Franklin Richards is basically just this like reality bending superpowered individual who can do basically anything. And I mean the way they get around it, from what I understand in the comics, is like he chooses to, like, guys, I think for the most part he's just a kid, like in the comics. He like wants to have like a normal childhood, so he only uses it like once a year or something like that, as like a self-limitation of some sort. I think there's somewhere he turns evil. I don't know, but I don't know how they're gonna nerf that, because that is like the ultimate. Like, you can just literally do anything.
Yeah.